And we are live. Hello, everyone. This hour, learning from pictures. This is a class where you learn to describe, compare, and contrast unusual photos of unusual situations from all around the world. All of the photos you see are real. They're not photoshopped or faked in any way. Some of the situations that you're going to see are not what you expect, and some of the images you see you may not believe, but they're all real. You never know what you're going to find. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put a set of pictures up, and I'm going to also help you with your description. I'm going to give you a few guidelines to help you as you start to describe the pictures, and maybe give you some suggestions too about good words you could use, good vocabulary words to make it easier on you. Okay? So all of that and more coming up. I just need to give you the presentation, which I have to open. So if you hang on, let me just open that first. I'll do a little introduction. By that time, everyone should be in the classroom, and we will get started. So give me just a second to first get you the presentation on screen, and I'll put the link for you in the chat window as well. If I can find it, give me a second here. So let's see. Let me open my folder for learning from pictures. Sorry, my computer gets really slow when I've got the Hangout on, and I wasn't able to put the link in the chat and the description, so that's why it's going to take a second to open it now. Ah, here it is. Okay, so while that's opening, let me do a quick description, a quick introduction, and we'll get started. It's opening in the background. So I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. Here is my name on the chat window. I keep saying chat window. Here's my name on the screen. There we go. And if you click on the link in the chat window, it'll take you to my profile page where you can click the follow button, and you'll see all my upcoming classes, all my upcoming group classes. Of course, you can also schedule a private tutoring class with me where I will help you by creating a personalized learning plan to help get you to your goals as soon as possible. Okay? Just send me a message first so that I can make sure that there's time for you in the schedule. Okay, our pictures are still loading in the background. We'll give it another minute, but first let me say hello to everyone. So, welcome back to Sabrina. Nice to see you this morning, Sabrina. How are you?
Hello, John. I'm fine, and you?
Very good, very good. And Ms. Kolosova, Lena. There's only one Lena today. How are you?
No, I'm one Lena. Hello, John.
Only one Lena today. Maybe there'll be another one later. And Alexi. Hello, Alexi. How are you?
Hello, John. I'm fine, thank you.
Wow.
How are you too?
You have a very powerful voice. That was very loud. Alexi, where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
From Russia. Okay, very good. So, oh, look, there's Mr. Valls as well. Let's see if everything is loaded in the background. I think it is. Yes, it is. Let me get you the pictures on screen, and I'm going to give you a suggestion about how you can go about describing these. By the way, I should say one thing. You're going to work on your powers of description, but you're also going to be guessing what the real situation is in each of these pictures. And at the end, I'm going to reveal the source of the picture. You tell me if you're surprised, if it's what you expected it to be. Let's see. I just need to open one more link, and I think we're ready to go. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to... Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm all set. So, oh, no, I'm not. I need to first put in your guidelines for you. Let me do that first. Hang on just a second. And I'm missing a link still. Oh my goodness. Okay. What I want you to do is I'm going to give you a suggestion about how you can go about describing, but I need to put that in the chat window for you. Sorry, I just realized again I don't have the right link open. Give me just a second and I'll get that for you. One moment. What happened was I put new pictures and I erased the old ones, and because I erased the old ones, I erased the links that I need to the material that I want to show you. So I have to open my old presentation first, and it'll take just a second. Let's go to almost there. Sorry about this. Okay, well, let me put a guideline for you. What we've done in the past is we've each taken a turn to say something about a picture. And we've looked at them in different levels of detail. So let me see if I can quickly give this to you on the screen. One moment. I'm missing still a page. Oh, look at this. I'm still missing the page I need. Okay. All right. That's not the right thing. Hang on just a second. Let me try this again. Give me just a second. If it doesn't work, we'll just improvise. I can't find it. So anyway, I'll just do this from memory. So I think the way we did it before was we started off with general knowledge, and we asked the question like, what do you see? Something like that. I might ask you to look for specific things. I might ask you to say, what do you see? Like, tell me something you see. How many things do you see that begin with the letter A? I might challenge you to look at something really specific. That's the lowest level. The idea here is to just use the vocabulary that you know. At a higher level, slightly deeper, we're going to go deeper into the picture. You might apply what you know and go a little deeper to say something like, what is really happening in the picture? Tell me more about the situation now, not just what you see. So that was, sorry, that was not application, that was more about comprehension. Sorry, let me put it like this. See, I have these notes somewhere, but unfortunately I can't find the link. That's why I have to do this from memory, and I'm making mistakes. Application. You might write a caption for the picture. Imagine the picture appeared in a newspaper, something like that. So if it appeared in a newspaper, what would the caption read? Caption is the description that you find underneath the picture that gives it some kind of context. All right, and then we have other things we can do. The highest form of description is evaluation. Evaluation. What is that person thinking? You might pick out a person from the picture and tell me what's going on in their head as we watch them, or something like that. So there you have to put yourself in the shoes of somebody else, something like that. Okay, so we're going to try it like that, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you some other examples as we go on. I just have to find the notes, so I'll keep looking as we do this. Here is your first picture. Take a look. Sabrina, start us off with a knowledge question here. What do you see?
I see a woman. She is next to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
There is a kind of It's a kind of something done by arachnidium. I don't know the name.
Spider.
Spider.
It's something done by a spider.
Done by a spider, maybe.
Mhm.
And she, there is a kind of part of a tree in her hand.
There is a part of a tree. What do we call, class? What do we call a part of a tree? The little part that sticks out from the tree. Does anyone know?
It is a club or stick.
Not a club. A club is for beating someone on the head. So it's not a club. It's a stick or a branch. A stick or a branch. Okay. So Sabrina, look in the chat window. This is what you said. And let me just give you a quick correction. I see a woman, as you said. She is, you said meshed to the floor? Is that right?
Next to the floor.
Oh, she is next to the floor. Well, it's not a floor. She is low to the ground.
Okay.
She's low to the ground. And Shini Wei is saying that there's a forest. It's true. There's a kind of a forest behind her, maybe. Okay, very good. And she's standing in. What's she standing in, class? There's a forest behind her. What's she standing in?
On the grass.
She's standing in the. Is that grass? It doesn't look like grass, though. It's very tall.
High grass. Tall grass.
Okay. Okay. She's standing. Hello, Natalie. How are you, by the way? She's standing.
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine.
She's standing in the tall grass, or maybe it's something else. Maybe it's wheat or something. I can't really tell. And there's something around her, like a web. Like a web. It is something spun by a spider. There is a kind of branch or stick in her hand. Okay? So I'm taking what you said, Sabrina, but I'm changing some of the vocabulary to sound more like a native speaker. Can you read that back to me?
Yes, but the woman is not in the plural, no? It's one woman.
I see. Oh, it's a typo. Sorry. Yeah, that's
Okay.
woman. W-A-M. M-A-N. Yeah.
Okay. I see a woman. She is low to the ground. Forest behind her. She's standing in the tall grass.
Mm-hmm.
There is something around her, like a web. It is something spun by a spider.
Spun.
What's the spun?
Spun is the act of creating a web, or it's something you can do on a loom. You can spin the wool into threads, like when you're creating fabric. A spider spins a web.
Okay. And there is a kind of branch or stick in her hand.
Okay, fantastic. Very good. And let's see. And Ms. Klosova, our second question has to do with comprehension. What is really happening in the picture, in your opinion?
I think she is looking something or somebody. Maybe because she is looking far from her.
Looking far from her, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know why she have this spider or sand. I don't know what is it. And maybe 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 it is a wool. Maybe she wants to take it and to do something.
So maybe it's wool.
Maybe. Maybe she wants to catch some birds. I don't know.
Ah, interesting. Like catch some birds. Okay, very good. So this is what you said, Lena. And let me give you just a few corrections.
Yeah, I think she's looking for something or somebody.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a typo. Sorry. I think she is looking for something or someone out in the fields. We could give a little extra information to say where she is. I think she's looking for something or somebody out in the fields. Because, oh yeah, to finish your sentence. Because, let's see, she is looking far away from herself. You have to be reflexive there. Maybe the web is actually wool that she wants to take and do something with, like catch some birds. Can you see the changes that I made?
Mm-hmm. Very
So
nice.
read it back to me.
I think she's looking for something or somebody out in the fields because she's looking far away from herself. Maybe the web is actually wool that she wants to take and do something with, like catch some birds.
So the way that you can review this is by later on today or tomorrow, open the document, look at the picture, look at your original text, the one that I transcribed, try to remember the corrections, and then look at my corrections and see how many you were able to remember. In other words, correct your original text and then check it with the corrections that I made. So you should copy down both texts in your notes from the chat window. That's a really good way to get the new vocabulary into your head. Okay, do you understand that technique?
But where is my text?
Your text says Lena.
I saw, yes.
Yeah, I wrote your name in both. And Shinyue has an idea too. We can't ignore Shinyue, who just came back from the river. He went fishing. He says she's holding a rifle and she's trying to protect her land. Well, Shinyue, that's not a rifle. Look closely. There's no rifle. It looks like a rifle, but it's actually a stick. But anyway, maybe she's got a rifle behind her back and we can't see it. She's holding a rifle and she's trying to protect her land and her family. If someone tried to invade, she would shoot him with this weapon. Oh my God, you have a violent imagination, Shinyue. Very violent. Mr. Jose, if this were in a newspaper,
Yes.
what would the caption read?
The caption.
Think about what both Lena and Sabrina have said,
Yes.
and your ideas too. And I want you to write a short caption for it. Well, you can say it and I'll write it.
Okay. New method for hunting birds.
New method for hunting birds. Very good, very good. I like it. I wouldn't change a thing. Would you like to find out what's really going on in the picture? Class, want to find out the truth? Hello? Does no one want to know what really is happening in the picture?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You gotta say
Yes, I
so.
agree.
You gotta say so, otherwise I think you don't care. Okay. Give me a second here. Hold on a second, because I have to. Yeah, this is it. Let's see. Who's there? Natasha, can you read? This is the real information. Can you read that in the chat window for us?
Yes, of course. Picture one. This week's image comes from the match. I'm sorry. From the second match, 2015. Your evening briefing on NYT now.
NYT is New York Times. This is from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, on New York Times now. The original caption reads, "This is how you protect your rice crop in Java with a fishing net." Reuters provided the following background information for the photo. A farmer pulls an old fishing net over a rice field to protect it from birds in Cilacap, Central Java.
There you go. Sorry,
Yes,
yeah. And
yes,
then you have the
Mr. Darren
photographer at the end.
Whiteside is the photographer.
That's right,
Yeah,
that's right.
photographer.
Does that surprise you?
Yes, surprised, but we thought that this net, this farmer use for hunting, but it's against. He protect his rice field from birds.
Yeah.
We didn't
Uh,
understand that
This
this grass is rice.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's true too. It's really, you can't tell actually. Maybe I just don't know what rice looks like. I thought the tips of the plants look like corn, but I didn't see corn because it looks kind of like how corn looks. But I was wrong. This is how you protect your rice crop in Java with a fishing net. I wonder who she is protecting her rice crop from. I mean, is she protecting it from animals or is she protecting it from people? I wonder. We may never know. Have any of you have any of you ever seen rice paddies like this out in the fields where you live? Have you seen anything like this?
I've never.
Yes.
I was in Sri Lanka, but I never seen so tall rice
Or such a short woman?
and a short woman.
Yeah, she's only 6 inches tall.
Maybe.
She's a very small. It's a very tall rice or a very short woman, one or the other. Okay, fantastic job. Here's another one. Alexei, I want you to start us off with this picture. So Alexei, I'm going to put Alex, and you tell us. Let's start off with a knowledge question. What do you see?
Oh, I see Marilyn Monroe. She's
she's having a bad day apparently.
I think that is. I'm sorry. I think that is a statue of Marilyn Monroe from Las Vegas, for example, and it is break out and pull it like a junk. I don't know.
Yes. It's very symbolic, don't you think? and so it's like junk. So where do you think it is? Well, it's not in Las Vegas anymore in the casino. Where do you think it is?
Oh, I am sorry. I don't understand.
It's not in Las Vegas in the city. So where is that space we're looking at? What are we looking at in that? You know, you see the grass and you see the fence. What kind of space do you think that is? What kind of...
I think that is dump.
A dump. Got it.
Yes,
okay.
yes. But this is this statue from Las Vegas.
Exactly, a dump. So a dump is where we put trash, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay,
unusual things or another unusual technical.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Let me give you a few suggestions too. I see. First of all, I heard you say I heard you say that text. I see the. I heard you say the Marilyn Monroe. Well, maybe you didn't, but that's what I heard. So, as you know, we can't say the with proper names. So I see. Now look, Alexei, we might say it like this. I see what seems to be Marilyn Monroe, because we're not sure. We don't really know what's happening in the picture. I see what seems to be Marilyn Monroe. I think it is. I think it may be, instead of is, I think it may be a statue from Las Vegas. Instead of for example, we might say for instance. It sounds a little better when you're speaking. For example is more written and more for a mathematical proof, but when we're speaking we say for instance or something similar. It was taken away, not broken out, but it was, I think you want to say it was taken away and put aside like some sort of junk. Maybe in a dump somewhere. Maybe in a dump somewhere. So Alex, take a look at my corrections. Can you read it back to me?
Oh, no problem, but I don't see where you type.
You have to click on the Verbling chat window. You have to click on the blue box on the left side where you see a blue box with a V in the middle. Can you see that on the left side of your screen?
Yes, I see it, but my group chat is empty.
Okay, what about now?
Yes, oh, I see it.
Look at the second text, please. That's the correction. Can you read it back to me?
Oh, yes, I see the Marilyn Monroe. I think it is
No,
a
no,
statue.
the second one, the second text.
Okay. I see what seems to be Marilyn Monroe. I think it may be a statue from Las Vegas, from instance.
For instance.
For instance, it was taken away and put aside like some sort of junk. Maybe in a dump somewhere.
Exactly. So I changed some of your words to sound more like a native speaker. Instead of saying, I think it is a statue, I said, I think it may be a statue. Because we're not sure. So we can use these words to show that we're guessing, we're speculating. I think it may be a statue. It may have been taken away and put aside. Okay, and we've got some good vocabulary. Junk and a dump. Very good. So, let's see. Natasha, I want you to handle our second task, which is about what really is going on, our comprehension question. So, Natasha, what do you think is really happening in this situation? He already gave a guess, but I want you to give your opinion.
I don't know what really happened on this picture, but I thought that it is like a Photoshop because Marilyn Monroe, I agree that she is Marilyn Monroe, but it's like her photo.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it can say because I don't understand this picture. It's a dump, it's a junk, and somebody decided to show us maybe a photo Marilyn Monroe on the front of this picture. I don't think that somebody so doesn't like her actors and her, I don't know, maybe her arts. And in this case, maybe he could made such photo, such picture, but I really don't understand this.
Okay.
It's strange for me.
It is strange, but
yes.
But I can tell you something. It's not Photoshop. It's real. It's an actual picture. Yeah, wow. It's an actual picture.
Wow.
But let me just give you some suggestions here. So it is like a
Okay.
Photoshop. How about this? Instead of it is like a Photoshop, it seems to be a photoshopped
Mhm.
image. It seems to be a photoshopped image. It definitely looks like Marilyn Monroe photo, but it's in a dump. And perhaps someone decided to superimpose. That's a good word. To superimpose a photo of her in front of the picture of the junkyard. Junkyard is another way to say dump. Junkyard.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, give me a second. I'll put this in the chat window for you. And then you say maybe someone didn't like her acting. Maybe someone didn't like her acting or her art and wanted to make a statement about it. Take a look at my corrections.
Yes. It seems to be a photoshopped image. It definitely looks like Marilyn Monroe's photo, but it's a dump, and perhaps somebody decided to super
Impose.
superimpose a photo of her in front of the picture of the junkyard. Maybe someone didn't like her acting or her art and wanted to make a statement about it.
Exactly. So superimpose is a way to say put her photo on top of another photo. To superimpose. Super is above, and impose is to put. Okay? So that's
Okay,
a trick.
thank you.
It's a fancy word, but it means what you want to say. Okay, fantastic. Let's see. Sabrina, let's try the evaluation question. Sabrina. So the evaluation question is, what do you think is going through her mind in this moment? If you were Marilyn Monroe, or if you were that statue, or if that's really her, what's going on in her mind? What's she thinking?
She thinking I'm going to hurt because I'm going to fall. And probably I'm going to dirt. I'm going to be a dirt because in the floor there is a kind of water. So
because there's a
don't
kind
like
of what? There's a kind
water.
of water. Oh, okay.
Yes. So I really don't like this position.
I don't like this position. I think you're right. That's probably what's going on in her mind right now. She doesn't seem very happy. Well, she seems happy, but she's about to hit the ground. So she's thinking, I'm going to not hurt. I'm going to get hurt because I'm not going to fall, but I'm falling. In the picture, it looks like she's already falling. And maybe, whoops, sorry, something happened in my chat window. And maybe it's, not it's, but maybe I'm going to, again, let's say, not be, but get all dirty because there's not water, but there's puddles of water everywhere. So I don't like this position. I don't like this position that I'm in. Take a look at that. Okay? Take a look at my corrections, Sabrina.
Okay. She's thinking, I'm going to get hurt because I'm falling. Falling.
Good.
I'm falling. I'm going to get all dirt because there is puddles of water everywhere. So I don't like this position that I am.
That I'm in.
I'm in.
Okay, good. Two things, Sabrina. You're dropping the syllables at the end. You're cutting the words short. Not dirt. Dirty.
Okay. Dirty.
Not puddle, but not pud, but puddles.
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 Puddles of water.
Yeah. Is that clear? What's a puddle? What is a puddle? Is that a lot of water or a little water?
I think it's a little.
It's a little water, like a little pool of water on the sidewalk after it rains. Exactly. Okay, fantastic. And we've got a contribution by Mr. Shinue, and we cannot ignore Shinue. The owner of the statue has gone bankrupt. Oh my God, in the financial crisis. He thought his bad luck was from this, so he threw the sexy, beautiful woman into the dump. I guess he's got women trouble. He blames it all on the woman. But we know he was just a bad businessman. It's not the woman's fault. It's not Marilyn's fault. Let's see. And let's see, that was our evaluation question. Okay, so it's always good to know where these things really come from. And wow, I can't find the link to my original post anywhere. I don't know why. I wanted to give you something, but I can't find it. Oh, I know where I put it. Oh, I opened the wrong link. Okay, I'll open that in the background. I'm confused. Okay, while I'm opening that, let me give you the real information. Here it is. And Mr. Jose. I don't have a lot of information, but I want you to read the real situation in picture 2. Picture 2. Take a look. Give me a second. Go for it.
Okay, picture 2. Giant statue of actress Marilyn Monroe is seen at the landfill site of a garbage collecting company in Gigang, Guangxi, Chuang, Autonomous Region, China, June 18, 2014.
2014. So this is a Chinese Marilyn Monroe. Who knew? Unfortunately, Shinue isn't here to tell us how to say that. Guangxi, Zhong, I guess, part of China. There you go. I don't have a lot more information about that one. Does that surprise you, Alexei? Are you surprised?
Yes, a little bit, but but if we to see how it's made,
you can see that it's.
Yes, it's absolutely true.
Yes.
It's China. It's made of from China.
Maybe it has a made in China label, like everything we buy in the States is made in China. China runs the world, you know that. China manufactures everything. Maybe they manufactured Marilyn Monroe too. Could be. Okay, very good. So,
But
what? Don't be sorry.
Somebody took the picture in the correct time.
What do you mean in the correct time?
Because it's like she's in there, it's flying, so it's a good time to. It's not.
Oh! You mean they caught her at the right moment? They caught her at the right moment. I don't know. I don't know if she's falling, or it looks kind of like her chest is balancing on something. I don't know if she's falling over or if she's balancing on something. I can't tell. But maybe you're right. They caught her at the perfect moment. Could be. Very well. Could be. So it's kind of sad in a way. But it's surprising because I thought it could be Las Vegas, but apparently it's a place in China. Marilyn Monroe. Maybe there's a Las Vegas in China. I don't know. Who knows? So let's see if we can do at least one more here. Mr. Jose, what do you see? You start us off, Jose.
Yes. I see three people. They are wearing strange clothes. Possibly they are in a war or something like that. They are on the top of a van, or I think they are fighting. They are fighting because they are wearing weapons on their arms.
They're wearing weapons on their wearing weapons on their arms? What do you mean? What do you mean on their arms? You mean they
on the
they're wearing weapons
on the hands. On their hands.
They have weapons in their hands.
Yes.
Not they're wearing. They have.
They have weapons on
in their hands.
In their hands. Okay.
In their hands. Okay, very good. Helena.
Okay.
Helena. Sorry, Lena. What were you going to say?
Yes, because this photo was made in Ukraine.
Of course.
I saw this situation on TV.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. What does that say? Internet pargia. I can't read it. Ukraine. What does that say?
Internet Party of Ukraine.
The Internet Party of Ukraine. Okay.
But not party. It's like
political party.
Political party. Yes. It's
that's what party means.
Sarcastic photo from political party.
Okay. But when we say party, we mean political party. It's okay.
Political party. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic.
I think I thought that the party is a fun party.
No. Party could mean political party. It could mean a person in a negotiation, like I'm a party in this contract. You can say that. There's different parties involved. Or it could mean a fun, happy time, like let's have a party. Dude, let's party. So Jose, let's see. I see three people wearing strange clothes. Not clothes, but wearing strange costumes. Wearing strange costumes. Because clothes are things you wear every day. When you dress up like someone in Star Wars, then it's probably a costume. Possibly in a war, and they're on top of a van. Well, a van, it's more than a van. Top of some kind of vehicle. I mean, it's not a regular van, so I might just add a different word there to make it clear that it's different than a regular van. I think they are fighting because they have weapons in their hands. Okay, so Jose, I just changed two things. Clothes to read it back to me. Clothes to costumes and vehicle for van.
Okay.
Read it back to me, Jose.
I have to read?
Please.
Yes. I see three people wearing strange costumes, possibly in a war, and they're on top of some kind of vehicle. I think they are
vehicle.
I think they are fighting because they have weapons in their hands.
Very good, very good. So we know the real source of this picture because Lena, you saw this yourself on TV at least, right? Lena? Hello? Lena?
Yes.
So tell us about it. What was really going on? I'm curious.
it is a real internet party of Ukraine, young party of young people. So in Ukraine we had a lot of political events last year. So it likes sarcastic action. Because our political sometimes are not maybe people don't like the action of our political, so
Of our politicians.
of
Our
our
politicians.
yes,
Right.
and these young people try to analyze the politician situation, and they
So
they are
what-
smiling from the political situation, and they show us some action.
right. So what you said they intended to be sarcastic, right?
Yeah, sarcastic. Yes.
So what is the statement they're trying to make? Who's Darth Vader? Are they trying
Maybe
to?
future president or last president, I don't know, of Ukraine.
Okay. Very good, very good.
Yes.
It definitely. Well, Darth Vader was the one of the people from the Empire, right? So the Empire was.
They want to delay the bureaucratic system in Ukraine.
Ah.
And they have some show, maybe.
Okay.
They show us the bureaucratic system.
Okay. So this is not about Russia invading Ukraine.
Because in Ukraine, some more freedom for
Right.
the shows.
Okay. Very good, very good. I thought this was about Crimea. That's why. I thought it was maybe like a protest or something. So it's meant to be.
It's about everything, not only from Crimea.
Okay.
From
Very
me
good.
too.
Very good, very good. All right. Very good. I think we got time for one more. So I'm going to give you one which might be surprising because of, well, I'll reveal the surprise at the end. But let me see if I can get this on the screen. Give me a second here. Whoops, why can't I move this forward? No, not this one. This one. Let's go back. Okay, there we go. So, let's see. Who did not start? Natasha, what do you see in this picture?
Okay, it's something, I think that it is something show, maybe a style show, because we can see maybe one woman and two men, which show us their clothes, their suits. On the floor, this hall, we can see maybe Chinese letters and some part of the name, maybe this hall or this building. It is. I think that this show is in modern building because we see a lot of glass, a very beautiful floor. I don't know, something. Rooms behind the big windows. Maybe it's all. That's all what I can say about
Okay.
this picture.
Very good, very good. So I took just a few notes there. Let me give you a little correction.
Okay.
Little correction there. Not a style show, but a fashion show.
Oh, fashion. Yeah.
It's a fashion show. And if it's a fashion show, instead of men and women, we'd say there's some models, one woman and two men, and we can see what seems to be a catwalk. Catwalk is what you have in a fashion show. A catwalk.
Okay.
Maybe you could say with a carpet with the name of the building or the place, and it's a modern building because of all the glass. It's a modern. It has maybe I could say it has a modern look because of all the glass and steel. It seems like it has glass and steel, or glass and something like that. So take a look at those notes. Not style, but fashion. Not people, but models. Not hall, but catwalk. That's where the models. Is it catwalk, or maybe I'm crazy?
I see.
Actually, hold on a second. Models. No, wait. Maybe I'm so tired that I'm not thinking straight. What is that? Models go down the. It's not. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm absolutely crazy. Hold on a second. Models go down the catwalk. Maybe it's runway. Models strut down the catwalk with plastic bags. No. Okay, I'm all right.
Okay.
How to the catwalk? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's a good word. Okay, very good.
Thank
And
you.
Jose, let me ask you. We've got just a minute or two left. Jose, what do you think's the real situation? She thinks it's a fashion show. Do you agree with that?
May I?
Go ahead, Alexei. Sure. Yeah.
I think that it seems like a big table board in China or Japanese, because in the window people sit vertically, and I think that is not correct orientation for this photo.
Maybe not.
I think that is a big fashion table board for advertising, and it is manicure models to stick for this board.
Okay,
for this table board.
but I don't know what a table board is. What is a table board? What do you mean by that?
Billboard, table board, it is big advertising board.
Oh, billboard.
Yes. I'm sorry, but in Russia sometimes we say billboard or table board.
Okay, but I don't know what a table board is. But billboard, I know what that is. So billboard, I like. You can say billboard, you can say outdoor as well sometimes. You know what? You know what, Alexei? I think you might be right, because look at this. Look at this. What if I turn it like this? What do you think about it now?
Yes. People in house, I think that to do dinner or another, and to look at this board.
Yeah. Okay. You got it. Jose, which person?
Yes.
Which person stands out the most? When you look at this picture, what person stands apart from the rest?
What person stands apart?
Stands
From the
apart,
rest.
stands
Yeah.
out. Which person
Yeah,
is more prominent than the others to you?
For me, the man who is wearing black clothes, I think.
Okay. So I want you to, let's do the evaluation question, where you
Yes.
have to put yourself into the photo. You're the man wearing the black clothes.
Yes.
What's going through your head at that moment? What do you think he's thinking?
I think he is concentrating in make a good fashion show because there are a lot of people looking the fashion show.
Huh? So he wants to put on a good show. To put on a
Yes.
good show. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. And Lena, if this was in a newspaper, what would the caption read?
Mm.
If you had to write the caption for it, what caption would you put?
Caption. What is caption?
Caption is the text underneath a photo in the newspaper. The little text that tells the reader the context or the situation or what they should think about it. So if you had to write a caption, what caption would you write?
There was a great show for people who was in city center. It was opening of new city center in China. The famous famous models were there. The huge big board was put on the huge wall. So you can see, who was there could see the great show of this year.
Okay. Let's condense that a little bit because it's too much information. So that who was there could see. Okay. So this is your caption, but it's too big. We have to make it small. So I would say, how about this? Something like, if we say, caption would have only the important information. The opening of the city center may be celebrated with a vertical fashion show. Something like that. I'm going to cut out lots of things just to keep it really short. Can you see my caption?
Prado. We saw letters P-R-A, maybe Prado.
Maybe it is Prada, yeah. And here's the real situation. Before we go, take a look. Lena, can you read that to me? The one I just put.
Models who are being suspended from the roof of the Sony building walk on a wall during a fashion show in Tokyo. Oh,
It's in Tokyo.
I think it was in China. It was in Tokyo. Very nice.
It's in Tokyo. So there you go. And so there are real people being suspended with harnesses in Tokyo. And there you go. Very good. So remember what I said. Copy the texts, the before and the correction text, the original and the correction. And you can test yourself putting it in your notebook or in a document. Look at the original, try to remember some of the corrections I gave you, and then look at the correction and see how many you got right. Simple but effective way to get new vocabulary into your head. All right, very good, very good. So I hope these pictures make you think about the world in a different way. Got lots of interesting situations. And if you want to have some fun, come back in the next class because we're going to play a little game. We're going to play a little game of taboo, where I give you a keyword. You have to get your team to say it without saying the word or any of the taboo words that come up. I'll be back in just a minute for that. Great to see everyone. Nice to meet you, Alexei, and see you soon. Bye for now, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.